Hello everyone, I am Renu Jatan, Assistant Professor in Botany from Government College for Women, Lakhan Majra. In this lecture, I will discuss habitat, structure and reproduction of mucor. As this lecture is for students of BSc first semester, let me know you first that what is mucor means, whether it is a bacteria, algae, fungi, bryophyte or a pteridophyte, as we are having all these in our syllabus. So first of all, mucor is a fungus, or you can say फफूंदी or फफूंद in Hindi. आपने अपने घर में बहुत बार बहुत सारे फंजाई ऑब्जर्व की होगी, लाइक ऑन ब्रेड, बटर, fruits, vegetables, even on clothes, leather, and mucor is also one of them. Then its classification and systematic position. According to the system of classification given by Alexopoulos and Mims, division of mucor is Amastigomycota and subdivision is Zygomycotina and class is Zygomycetes and order is Mucorales and family is Mucoraceae. One most important point in this classification that you should always remember is its class. Means mucor belongs to the class Zygomycetes. And now what are the most important identifying features of the class Zygomycetes? Number 1, motile stages are absent. मीन्स जो लाइफ साइकिल होगा जितने भी मेंबर्स का जाइगोमाइसिटीज के, उसके लाइफ साइकिल में मोटाइल स्पोर्स और गैमीट्स ऑल टुगेदर एब्सेंट होंगे. एंड नंबर 2 इज सेक्सुअल फ्यूजन इन्वॉल्व्स गैमीटेंजियल कॉपुलेशन. इसका मतलब ड्यूरिंग सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन जो सेक्सुअल फ्यूजन होगी दैट विल इन्वॉल्व mixing up of entire contents of gametangia. And third one is sexually produced spore is called zygospore. As mucor belongs to the class Zygomycetes, in case of mucor also, in the life cycle motile spores and gametes will be altogether absent. And second one, sexual fusion involves gametangial copulation. And third, sexually produced spore will be called zygospore. Now its habit and habitat. Genus mucor includes about 150 species and most of the species of mucor are saprophytic. Now I am using the term saprophytic. What does it means? As mucor is a fungus and we all know that all fungi are non-chlorophyllous. मतलब जो फंजाई है उसके अंदर क्लोरोफिल एब्सेंट होता है. अगर क्लोरोफिल एब्सेंट होता है तो इट मीन्स दे कांट सिंथेसाइज देयर ऑर्गेनिक फूड and they are always heterotrophic. Similarly जो म्यूकर है वो भी क्या है, एक हेट्रोट्रॉफिक फंगस है. और इस हेट्रोट्रॉफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन के अंदर जो इसका सर्वाइवल है दैट इज बाय मीन्स ऑफ saprophytic mode of nutrition. Means it grows only on dead and decaying organic matter, and these organic matter may be cow dung, horse dung, they may be fruits, they may be vegetables, may be bread, jam, jellies and many more. Commonly mucor is called bread mold because it easily and readily grows on the piece of bread. Second, it is also called black mold and pin mold Why this is so called? Because at the time of reproduction or at the time of maturity, in mucor, black colored pinhead like sporangiospores are formed due to formation of black colored spores, and they appear like pinhead. It is commonly called black mold and pin mold. Now its vegetative structure. In the life cycle of mucor, basically there are two stages. One is vegetative phase and next one is reproductive phase. First of all, I will take its vegetative phase. At the stage of vegetative phase, plant body or thallus of mucor is called mycelium. Now I am using the term thallus. What does it mean? It is a plant body which cannot be differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. For example, आपने अपने घर में कोई फंगस भी ऑब्जर्व की होगी और कोई और plant like we can say tulsi. In case of tulsi, you can easily differentiate between root, stem and leaves. लेकिन जो आप फंगस ऑब्जर्व करते हो उसके अंदर प्लांट बॉडी में आपको ऐसी कोई डिफ्रेंशिएशन नज़र नहीं आती. तो मीन्स ऐसे सभी प्लांट्स जिसके अंदर प्लांट बॉडी कांट बी डिफ्रेंशिएटेड इनटू ट्रू रूट, स्टेम एंड लीव्स इज ऑलवेज कॉल्ड थैलस. इट मीन्स जो म्यूकर की जो प्लांट बॉडी है उसको भी हम क्या बोलेंगे? थैलस. एंड द थैलस ऑफ म्यूकर इज कॉल्ड mycelium, and mycelium is a botanical term. Now what is mycelium? Group of hyphae is called mycelium. And now what is hyphae? Tubular thread like structures of which thallus of mucor is made up of is called hyphae. In young stage, or you can say at the vegetative stage, this mycelium is white in color and it gives the appearance of a white cottony fluffy mass on the substratum on which it grows. Means अगर आप इसको naked eye से observe करते हो तो आपको ये सिर्फ white cottony mass की तरह नज़र आएगा. And this is the structure of mucor if we observe it under microscope. Here mycelium is aseptate. Aseptate means protoplasm is continuous, means septa or cross walls or septation or compartments are completely absent. Next, it is cenocytic. And what does it mean? Means protoplasm or cytoplasm is multinucleate, and this multinucleate condition due to absence of septa is called cenocytic. And mostly the mycelium grows prostrate or horizontal on the substratum. Now this is the structure of mucor at the time of reproduction. This is the somatic hypha or vegetative hypha. This is aseptate, branched and cenocytic. And this prostate hypha or prostate mycelium also serves the function of absorption because it penetrates inside the substratum and absorb the food. In case of mucor, no specialized modification or specialized rhizoidal hypha is present, and this is sporangiophore and this is sporangium. At the time of reproduction, this somatic hypha become aerial and get modified to form sporangiophore or sporangium, and these are always black in color, so commonly it is also called black mold. Now cell structure of mycelium. This is the diagram showing detailed cell organization of mucor. This is hyphal wall. It is made up of chitin. In case of mucor, fungal cellulose is completely absent. And internally, it shows all membrane-bound organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, and also well-developed nuclei. And protoplasm is having large number of nuclei. That is why it is also called cynocytic mycelium. And food is stored in the form of glycogen and oil bodies. Now its reproduction. In case of mucor, both asexual and sexual reproduction takes place. First of all, I will take asexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction involves fragmentation, formation of chlamydospores, oidia formation, and sporangiospores. And during this reproduction, as I have earlier told, all these spores or gametes that are formed or always be non-motile, means motile stages are completely absent in the life cycle of mucor. First of all, fragmentation. Fragmentation occurs during favorable conditions, means if conditions are favorable for growth of mucor, means proper moisture is available, then mycelium break up into pieces, and each piece or fragment by its apical growth again regenerate to form new mycelium. And second one is chlamydospores. And chlamydospores are formed during unfavorable condition. Unfavorable means if moisture content is not proper or not adequate for the required growth of mucor, then chlamydospores are formed. And these spores are thick-walled and highly resistant to the unfavorable conditions. And during their formation, protoplasm accumulate the food and the protoplasmic content at few points, and then these points round off and develop a thick wall around them, and then these thick walled chlamydospores, on return of favorable condition, they regenerate to form new mycelium. And next one is oidospores. Oidospores are formed when mycelium is submerged into any nutritive medium. You can say sugar solution. And during the formation of oidospores, hypha develop septa and divide into short multinucleate segments, and these multinucleate segments round off and form oidospores, and these oidospores can regenerate to form new mycelium. Now, what are the key points of this lecture? First of all, mucor is a saprophytic fungus, means it grows on dead and decaying organic matter. Second one, mucor is commonly called black mold, pin mold, and bread mold because it easily grows on bread and produce black colored pinhead like sporangiospores at the time of asexual reproduction. And the thallus of mucor is mycelium, which is aseptate and cynocytic, and it shows eukaryotic type of cell organization, and it reproduces asexually by fragmentation, chlamydospores, and oidia formation. From exam point of view, few questions that you should always learn from this lecture are: number 1, what are saprophytes? Number 2, what is thallus? And number 3, define the term cynocytic. And last one is, what are chlamydospores? Thank you. If you are having any doubt, you can contact me at my email address. tenujatan@gmail.com, or you can also comment.